This is the Labor's One shawl. And I'm gonna like save some space here. Let's put the, I'll put the picture of it up here so you can see the full thing. But I also will link into in the description what the other videos I have on this shawl, which include cutting of the steek here and making this edge of this way. But today we're going to do things a little bit backwards. We're going to talk about how you cast on. My test knitters were just wondering wanted me to show them. So this is what I'm going to do. You cast on 11 stitches here and you work that way. Okay, and you do increases on either side here. And you can see there's like one stitch that is kind of laying around the edge, and then the increases come out from there, and there's one stitch here you can see, and it go out from there. So let's take a look at how that works. Okay, I do in the round with small circumferences on 2 DPNs. So that's what I'm going to do here. You can do whatever you feel comfortable with. You can do DPNs, I do 2 circs, excuse me, I don't know what I said, but you can do DPNs, you can do magic loop. I just happen to like 2 circs. So I'm going to cast on 21 stitches, which is 10 steek stitches and 11 body stitches. So here's my first, I'll get this out of the way for right a second so you can see. This is my first stitch, go around like that. I tell you what, let me come in a little bit closer so you can kind of see what's going on. All right, so I'll try that again. There we go, around like that. That's the first stitch. Then, 2, 3, 4, 5. We put a marker. And now 11. Those are that's half the steek stitches. So 1, 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, my long tail. Oh, crud. Oh, well. Okay, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, put a marker, and then I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? I'm going to, just because long tails are always, especially with this way I'm doing this, is going to get in the way, so I'm going to kind of tie this up like this, so that I can make that happen, so I can get that tail kind of out of the way. It probably will still become a pain. But anyway, so let's take a look at this. I have 5 steek stitches here, I have 11 body stitches here, and I have 5 steek stitches here. Now what I've got to do is get this into a circle, so that this is the middle, the start of the round is in the middle of the steek stitches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 5 steek stitches and 2 body stitches and put them on the other needle, as well as these 5 steek stitches and 2 body stitches on the other needle, which is right here. So I'll start it on this side just because it's easier way to do it. And so I am going to try to make that stupid tail go away. Because it's bugging me, man. Okay. So now, let's make that sure it's that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's 5. That's the 5 steek stitches. Here's the one, marker, and then 2 body stitches. 1, 2, and I chose 2 arbitrarily. I was just trying to get sort of an even number. You're not going to do it at this point, but I'm trying to leave some on this back needle. So I'm going to pull this. I'm going to pull both of these down to the other side, like this. Put that one all the way this way. This one can come up. Oh, wait a minute, I'm doing this the other way. No, this is it. I'm getting very confused. It's not that confusing. All right, now, what I'm looking for is to make sure that I haven't twisted this in the process. So I can tell that that's my right side and that's my wrong side because those are the bumps. So I want the sort of the smooth knit side to be this way. So, and I'm thinking this should be, yeah, that's right, because that's my purl side over there. And there we go. So now I'm going to, so this is the first time, this is the only time you'll see me put metal to wood because I'm transferring these stitches. 2, 3, 4, 5 steek stitches. Come on, 5th stitch, get in there. 5 steek stitches. And now the one, the marker, and then the 2. There we go. The 2 body stitches. And now I'm going to make sure, please don't tell me I just pulled, okay, good. I'm going to pull this like this, okay? So here is, we can pull this, you can see what I'm talking about. On this red Chiagu needle, I've got my 10, here is the stubitail that is being a pain. Let's get you out of there, down there. Here's my working yarn. Has it gotten, it's gotten a little tangled up. Let's get that straightened out. I already did this a couple of times, and one of the times the tail just kept being a pain, and I finally just had to give up. Now, what have I done? Have I got this done right? No, that looks like the back side. There we are. That should do it, just like that. Those are all front side, and that's all front side that way. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to get my needles arranged so that I'm going to start my stitches right, start my round right there. So I'm going to push these back over this way, get the end of this metal needle. Okay, and slide off these 2 body stitches. 1, 2, and then the 1 thing, and then the 5 steek stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now I'm at the beginning of the round, and I want to put that way. Okay, so I am going to, the first round is just knit the 11 body stitches without any problems. No increases, no extra yarn, no extra colors, anything like that. Just knit the 11. But first I've got to knit these 5 steek stitches. So 1, well, maybe. There we go. 1. The needles that are not being used just kind of hang down and they get in the way, but we have to just sort of go past it. 2. Persevere. 3. 4, and then when I do steeks, the stitch that is right next to the marker is always a purl stitch on the steek side, the same thing. This stitch right here will be this one right there will be the purl stitch. So let me back off and do, this is a purl stitch. This helps when you pick up stitches when you get done. So here is, now I have 2 body stitches right here. 1 and 2. All right, now I'm going to knit the 7 body stitches that are on the other needle. So that's 2 stitches. Let me go back over here. And now that I'm working on the with the wooden needles, come on, get over there and behave yourself. Okay, those are the wooden needles. I need the other end of the wooden needles, which is right here. Get this to the point where I can actually use it. There we go. And so I'm going to do these 7 that have gotten really tight because they've been down on the cable, so they've tightened themselves up. So I get in, there we go. So that's 2. We're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, don't do that. 8, 9. So that needle is done. So I pull that all the way out and let it just kind of hang. Flip it around and pick up these guys. And now here's my, you can just go away. You're bugging me. Can you go down there and stay? Just go down there and hang out. Be good. Okay, there you are. Speak to the wooden needles while you're over there. While you're hanging out there, just keep them under control too. All right, there we go. You talk to your yarn, don't you? Okay. That was 9. And now I'm doing the last 2. 10, 11. And now I'm going to do the second half of the steeks. So the first one, the one next to the body marker, is purled. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm in the big start of the round again. And I know that on this next round, I'm going to need another color, which is this Osage color. And so let me take that one out, find the end of it somewhere. There we are. I've got to get that anchored in here. So I take 2, 3 inches, maybe 3 inches, 4 inches, and I need to kind of work that in. I'm going to lay it over the top like that and make that stitch that kind of anchors that in. And that is the 6, right? 2, 4, 6. And then this next one I'm going to make with the Osage, so just to get it started going. There, 7, 8, and then this one is 9. The first and the last one was, I said, is a pearl, but it's also in the background color. So this is the background color, the blue, Betty Blue, I think is what this one's called. That way, and here. Now, this second round, we need to add, do an increase. So the first stitch is knitted, like I showed you, just plain. And then let's see, let's go ahead and go. What I'm going to do is go behind that like this, so that kind of anchors that in there. And then here is my increase. I go underneath the thumb like that, and that needle sticks straight through there and comes on, and that's my increase. So there's that. So that gets done. And I'm going to use that Osage. Let me double check my pattern here. I'm going to use the Osage after 5 blue stitches. So I have 3 here, so I need to do 2 more on this side. So push all this down. I don't know what kind of needle this is, but that join is a really catching. But I'm going to get through it. So there's that. The Osage is hanging out here. I need to get that in the other hand. So that one's here. And then this one needs to get on that side like that. Get in this hand so that now I can do, what did I do? 3. 1, 2, 3. Oops, don't be in front. I'll create a stitch. Let's go this way. 4. Oops, 4, 5. Okay. So now over here I've got can you see that? I don't know whether you can see that. I need to turn around and do it this way. Do it the proper way. It goes down in there. There we are. So there's my 1, 2, 3. I got 4, 5 on this side. And so now I need to make 1 stitch of the Osage like that. And pick that up and finish out in the blue until the last stitch. There we go. So there's that, and I did have 7 on that needle. I still have 7 on that needle, and we'll add more. We can switch. You can slide them off like you saw me do when you get there. When you get too many, and you can start evening them out. You know what I'm trying to say. This is this tail now misbehaving, so I'm gonna slide that down in there. Where are you, darling? Just go down there and behave yourself. There we go. Okay. Now, here, metal to metal. And grab this. Oops, hit the camera. So sorry. And now we do that. I'm going to see how I'm putting that underneath, kind of underneath that, and make that stitch back that way. That's going to catch that yarn so that it's now working off this needle. We're going to add, don't you dare go off the end there, people. There we go. I'm going to add backwards loop there. And, ooh, it dropped off. It did go off, but there it is right there. Pick that up, put it back up here, sorry. And we're off. There we go. Now, let's finish out this steek. So I'm going to purl the first stitch. And I do my steeks in sort of what's called checkerboard. Some people do stripes. I do checkerboard. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here's 5. 5 and 6 are the same color. So there. And that way, when I do that, I can look up and cut in between here, because I know that's the very center. And you'll see the instructions say cut between stitches 5 and 6, which that's what that is, 5 and 6 there. And here, and then here, and purl this stitch. And then the next one, I'm going to do 3 stitches of the Osage on top of the one I just did. So I'm going to work up to that one Osage stitch, and you'll see, then I'll do 3. And then here, I need to add, this is the second increase round, so I need to add 2 stitches onto backwards loop here. So here's 1, and then I do 1 here, and then here is the second backwards loop. So when we get through, we're going to have 5 stitches on this end of this needle. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that right there. And then we'll go over to the back side like this. And there's that one I told you about. So I'm going to knit 1 blue one and then do 3 Osage. So, because we're making a little cross out of that. And I'm doing brown, so I'll do this way. Brown. The brown needles, otherwise known as the wooden ones. Hello. Here is my 1 here. And now 3, 1, 2, 3, and now I work in the blue, the background, until I have 2 stitches left. 1, and we'll see. And I do that every so often. I'll go underneath there like that, and then make the stitch, and we go back, and that catches that other color. I'm locking it in. It's that catching long floats thing. So back this way, and I have 3 stitches left on here. So put this over here. So So I can work with that. And then this one is here. Okay. Make sure that's not on top of that. It's not good. Okay. So now I'm going to knit one. And then I'm going to do a backwards loop here. I'm going to knit one more. And do another backwards loop. And then knit the last one is always knitted. Okay. And now we're going to do this steek again. We purl the first one with the background color once after it catches off the slides off of these very slick needles. So there's that. When you get more stitches on there, they won't do as much. But anyway, because I'm going to do checkerboard, I'm going to do just the opposite of what it says, how it's presenting itself. And now I'm in the middle, so I do 2 like that. So that should have been 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6 are the same. And then here's 7, 8, 9. The 10th one is the selvage or the purl stitch at the edge right before you get to the body. So there's that. And that goes, and I do not know where I picked that up from, putting the purl stitch there, but it really is helpful to me. All right, the next stitch, the next round, we're going to put the top on the, let me finish this and I'll show you. This is all blue. But I'm back to making only one increase. So there's that. I'm going to do one increase here. And then I'm going to catch that. Did I just split that? No. Okay, there we go. There. I keep doing that because the stitches are really slick on these needles. Okay, the pattern, you'll have a chart when you work in this. The pattern, so I have those 3 stitches there, and the one below it, I'm going to make this Osage is just one right there. So I know that's what the pattern is. I don't even have to count. But when we get through with this, we're going to count to see how many stitches we have on the needle, body stitches. And we started off with 11. We added 2, one at each end. That would make it 13. Then we added 4 stitches, which would make it 2 on each end, which would make it 17. Okay, and now we're adding 1 on each end, which is 2 more, which means that when we get through, we should have 19. I just pray to the good Lord that I'm going to have 19 stitches. But I think I've got it right. So this is here. Right, and now this one is there. Here is the top of the little cross right there, out of the Osage, which is right there. And then we're going to go on like this. Okay, there's that little cross that's being made like that. And then I'm going to go back on this side. Keep the Osage over here. Stop. I know you guys are friends, but you don't have to be that close. There we go. Okay. There's that. Get all the yarn all in the right spots. So I'm just adding 1 stitch here. So now there's my 1 stitch I've just added. And I'll finish this out. And I'll get halfway through this steek and then we'll count them. Just because that'll even things out here. And you see that's presenting as the osage or the pattern. So I'm going to go with the background, and now the foreground, and now because that's foreground, I'm going to do background, just the opposite color. Here are the two background colors together. We do two foreground colors. All right, I'm going to stop right there and let's take a look. Let's count our stitches. Make sure we're okay. Okay, now here's the start. That is right 6 stitches, right? 3, 6 on there. This should be 7 because it hadn't changed any. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let me just do it this way. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then this over here is another 6 stitches. So 13, there's 6 stitches there. That looks like 7 stitches. Why do I have 7 stitches? Because that shouldn't have been there. Yeah, that's a mistake, because that's not a stitch. That's just a yarn over that got there. So I tell you what, we're going to fix that right now. Right? Am I right? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Well, wait. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So yeah, that's, if you can you see that? This is a good show. That is not a stitch right there. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, I can see what happened. The stitch never formed. There's the stitch. That's what's supposed to be. That little loop should be through there. So let me see what I can do. Let's back it up just a little bit. I can fix that. Or maybe I should go around. I'll go around again. But my number is right. It's just that that stitch didn't complete itself. So we'll look at that. Let's get around and we'll look at that when we get there. I promise it's okay. All right, now let's finish out this steek. So okay. So let's do the opposite here. I'm going to do the purl stitch at the end like that. Now we go into here. Let me get that done. I always like to do one more when I'm right next to a marker so the marker doesn't go flying off. Let's see what the next row looks like, next round looks like. I do 5 with 2 increases and then 4 of the osage. So there's 1. I'm on a double increase round. So here is, let's get these out from underneath here. Oh, you guys are just, there we go. All right. There's 1, 2. I knit 1, 2, 3, 4, because I have to do 2 increases on this round. So there was 1 increase, 1 increase. That gives us 4 stitches. And then 1 more. That's 5. And now I have to do 4 of the pattern. So here it is. 1, 2. And now I want to catch, this blue is back here. I'm going to catch that, wrap it, unwrap it, and then that's caught that blue all the way up here. When I knit it again, it'll be connected. Okay, there's 2. I need 1 more of that osage on this side. Wood to wood, here we are. It's just so nice when you get past all this beginning stuff that's so fiddly. All right, and now there's 4, and now I should have 3 of the background stitches, which covers the top of that little cross there. So 1, 2, oops, come on, 2, 3, and now 4 Osage, so 1, 2, and I'm going to do that here. That one, unwrap it, wrap it, go, and the blue is now no longer back here, but it's waiting up there for me. 3, 4, and now I'm going to turn the corner here, and I'm going to fix that little spot, and then we're going to count them, and I'm going to prove to you and me too that I was that the count was right. So here's my Osage here. I need to do one more Osage. I did 3 on this side. You can see here that there are 3 there. I got to make sure that all of this is behaving itself. This is coming off of the right spot. There we go. I need the other end of the middle. Here we go. That's my magic word, apparently, that if I want something to work out right, I just go, here we go. And whether I think it's going to work out or not, when I say that, yeah, I think it is. It's going to be just fine. There you go. Okay, sorry. Here we go. One more of the Osage here. So there we are. Now, let's take a look at this. I think this is the right spot. Or is it the next one? Oh, I think it was that one. 1, 2, sorry. I'm trying to look at, see what I'm looking at. Yeah, I think that was that one. So what I want to do is make this, because that's just a yarn over that has to go like that. So in other words, that stitch didn't get developed with it wasn't really there. See, that's what happened. And so now it's ready to be knitted by the Osage, and my stitch count should be right. And we'll see that in just a minute. So here's my Osage one coming in right there. There's that, and now I'm blue all the way to the end. So but I have to do 2 increases on this round. So here's the first one, because I've got 2 left. So one's going to go here and one's going to go there. So here's this one. Wrap it around, stick that needle through, pull, and then one there, and now one more. You see it through there like that. And there's that one. And now I can do the purl. Move forward, everything is okay. And now foreground, background, foreground, 2 background. So you can see this, what this steek is doing is that I've got 2 stitches of the same color side by side, which is the whole thing. All right, so let's pull this out so it doesn't slide all over the place. And let's count this. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we know that there's 7 on the back. 8, we count them together, should be 15. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we should have 8 on this side as well. So 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And according to the rules that are, the pattern that's right here, that round should have 23 stitches. So can I count that again? Okay, that should have been right. Let me look at it again. Okay, those are my steek stitches. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And this should be 8 as well. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 right there, 21, 22, 23. Okay, that makes me feel much better because this should be 8, and that's what it is, 8. All right, so, okay, that was a little dubious, but it's there, 23. All right, so you're going to keep this up, just following the chart. And each chart, what the chart will tell you is how many stitches you start out with and how many stitches you're going to end up with. So what we're going to do, what happens is, now look, you're starting to get on this red, on the chaogu, a bunch of stitches here. And what you can start to do is you can start to slide some of these stitches over to this back, so that you have more than 7 back here, because you can see all of these stitches are on one needle and just those little on that. So you can start sliding those once you get to the end of the needle. Let's start some of that real quickly. If I can figure out where I'm going here. I don't know what I'm going to knit or just slide it. Let's just see. Oh, I can do that. All right, now this is just a single increase. We'll do one more round until, this is a long video for just this, but we're learning it. Okay, here's this. Let's finish up this this thing. Yeah, probably won't have to do that. All right, good. So there's the back, the foreground, the background, the foreground, and then the purl stitch in the background. So that's my steek panel. Right there, that's my steek panel. Here is the body stitch, and then I only have one increase to do. So 1, and then an increase there, and then 3 blue. 1, 2, 3, and then the rest of them on this needle are 4. That's interesting. Are 4 of the Osage, right? Is that right? Yeah, okay. 1, 2, and then I got to catch that blue before I turn the corner. 3, don't split it, and 4. Now, both needles are kind of at their ends. What I want to do is let's take 4 stitches from each of these sides and put it onto this needle. So I'll turn it this way, did it very much like we did at the very beginning, is that, and you'll just do this every so often as the thing gets bigger, if you're doing it this method. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll do it that way, and then I'll have to readjust to be able to knit it, because here's my beginning right that way. But then I'll slide this down this way, and this is this way. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that has sort of evened out your stitches, because there's the red needle, and there is the I want to say the brown needle, but the wooden needle, and that's my beginning of the round. So in order for me to start, I'll have to slide these to the other end, and then I can start over this way. So that's it. If you've got any questions, get in touch. You know how to find me, and I thank you for sticking with me for this long.